As observed and reported by the news agency, the fire that rendered 72 people dead in London, Grenfell Tower, happened as a result of the incompetency of the past administration of the government of United Kingdom and the industry that carried out the construction. As gathered in the report, the building in 20 stories has a wrap of an inflammable cladding as inquiry was placed on the work for 7 years. According to report, the fire outbreak sparked off due to the fault on a refrigerator in June 24, 2017. This was expected to have been limited to a home damage, but unfortunately it resulted to the most disastrous fire outbreak as the fire traveled through the flammable insulators which were only installed with the building. A year before the incident, the report presented was an analysis of 1,700 pages in 7 volumes, which explained the different forms of misconduct and carelessness of cutting costs to the untruthfulness running in the system of construction, as joined with the deregulation plan of the government then. As the report stated, the death could have been averted according to Martin Moore-Bick, the chairperson of the inquiry on Wednesday. The occupants of that tower faced a great disappointment from the government as it failed in making sure the building and its occupants were safe. According to report, conclusion was drawn in the section of inquiry. The central government and others in places of command failed in their responsibilities over years, and this has opened the door to the fire disaster. You initiated the betrayal, Nigeria Labour Congress, for a prize. As report stated, the members for the democratic dividends in Nigeria resisted the impression given by the Nigeria Labour Congress that the trust in the federal government of Nigeria as touching the price of petrol suffered betrayal. The Congress mentioned the change on the agreement of the minimum wage by the federal government to 70,000 naira as one not written in their proposal. According to report, members for democratic dividends in Nigeria, with the signature of their executive director, Hamad Idris, let out a release that the betrayal was initiated by the Nigeria Labour Congress when the 70,000 minimum wage was welcomed, according to the group, and as reported, NLC carelessly accepted the offer of the minimum wage from the federal government, despite the great suffering encountered by millions of people in Nigeria. As stated in the report, the group gave the notice about the NLC attitudes towards the end bad governance protest, which has presented them as a group that is against the interest of the whole nation. According to the report, and as the leader of NLC stated, President Bola Tinubu should take the blame on failing the union by the current hike in petrol price. In the final statement of the members for democratic dividends, the group emphasized that NLC and their leader betrayed the whole country as they were carried away by their desperate demand for salary increase. Before we end the world news on Nimrod Radio Worldwide, let's take a look at the news stories headlines one more time. The Gaza hostage deal was compromised by Netanyahu in July, stated in Israeli newspaper. The supposed Motseb city in Ukraine lost an entire family to death. Long-term incompetence since World War II, most disastrous Grenfell Tower fire in Britain. You initiated the betrayal, Nigeria Labour Congress, for a prize. And that ends the world news on Nimrod Radio Worldwide. Thank you for watching the news today. We'll see you again tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day.